Have you ever wanted to live inner city Calgary and you don't know where to start? Well, today we have got 7 neighborhoods all broken out based on your shopping budget. Whether it's under $500,000 or it's over $1.5 million that your budget is, we have got great places for you. So you may have noticed we get to drive around in this beautiful black Taycan 4S from Porsche Center Calgary. So we want to say thank you for them partnering with us in this video. And if you're in the market for a Porsche, well, let me tell you, they are the ones you got to go to. There's a link in the description where you can see all of their inventory. But enough about that. Let's get back to the neighborhoods.
The under $500,000 price point is all about condos. You're not going to find a lot of detached options. In fact, you're probably not going to find any. The obvious neighborhood to talk about here is the Beltline, and specifically Mission. Now, Mission's a smaller community, has about 4,500 residents, but it's very eclectic. The average age is around 34, and less than half are married. So it's not really a family-focused community. So some great reasons to live down here in Mission? Well, here's one. Beautiful walk path right next to the river. It's fantastic. You're also very walkable to anything else you need. Amenities, downtown, restaurants, it's got everything for you. There's a real historic charm to Mission as well. So whether you're looking to live in a nice historic building or a fancy new condo, the options are plentiful. The price point ranges dramatically down here. You can get a condo for around $350,000 and up. And if you are looking for a detached home in the inner city, Mission's going to start you about $800,000. Our second stop in the under $500K price point brings us to Crescent Heights. Now, Crescent Heights is a beautiful, lovely community that is known for its views of downtown and its diverse housing options. The population in this community is about 6,200 people, with the average age being around 36. 59% are married and 27% have kids. So there is some options if you're a family. One of the great reasons to live here is the location and accessibility. You're only minutes from downtown. You have great access to all kinds of thoroughfares that will take you anywhere in Calgary, such as Edmonton Trail, the Trans-Canada Highway, and Memorial Drive. Other reasons to live here are the diverse housing options. You have something for everyone. As we mentioned, you have condos that are under $500,000 all the way up to $1 million homes that sit on a bluff overlooking Calgary. You also have tons of outdoor spaces, park spaces, playgrounds, and great options for schools. Finally, another great reason to live here are the amenities. You have a ton of great restaurants and shops that you can choose from. So what you can buy here for under $500,000 is a condo. There's some 1-bedroom options and some great 2-bedroom options as well. Check it out.
So if your budget is more in the range of $500,000 to $1 million, then I've got 2 incredible communities that you need to check out in our city. The first one is Killarney-Glengarry. So a part of Killarney and Glengarry is you have approximately 7,900 residents that are living in this neighborhood. You've got a big, diverse, mixed type of housing, and median age is about 35. So there's a lot of young people, young families, 35-year-olds living in the area. 60% of the people that are living here are married, and 36% of those have kids at home. So about a third of the population has families at home. So the median household income here in Killarney and Glengarry in 2020 was about $99,000. Now, what is this community like? Well, it boasts a real high walkability. It has a lot of access to a lot of shops, a lot of restaurants, a lot of 17th Ave is the border here, not downtown 17th Ave, but up the hill 17th Ave. So there's a lot of things that you can just do. You can walk to, you can go see pubs, a lot of dining and shopping. It is one of those neighborhoods that you can probably leave your car and for the weekend and just go get your groceries or go walking and do things like that, which is kind of nice. Community engagement, there is a lot that happens. This community association is very engaged. They do a lot of food truck frenzies. They have holiday night markets. A lot of things like that happen in this neighborhood. Now, you've got a lot of schools, choices, options, if that's important to you. If you're one of the 1/3, 36% of the people that live here have families, well, then schools are important. There is junior highs. They've got Ernest Manning High School is close by. There's a lot of options for you when you're doing that. Now, what can you buy between $500,000 and $1 million? Well, of the sales over the last 90 days, 1/3 of them were detached homes. Another third were semi-detached homes. Well, and if my math's correct, another third are townhouses in that price range. So between $500,000 and $1 million, the median square foot that you can get is a 1,789 square foot property, and the largest was 2,700 and the smallest was 923 square feet. And I can guarantee that that is a older house knocked down, probably going to become an infill. But the median price for the median property in that range is $770,000. So second on our list is the neighborhood of West Hillhurst. And if you don't know what it is or where it is, West Hillhurst is a part of the greater Hillhurst area. So Hillhurst is actually a part of Kensington. Kensington is not a community, but Hillhurst is basically what Kensington is. And West Hillhurst is here, and on the other side of Crowchild behind me borders that area, which makes up West Hillhurst. So you have about 6,600 residents that are in West Hillhurst. The median age, when you take everybody into consideration, is about 35. So it's a young community. You have 62% of the people that live here are married couples, with 36% having kids at home. Now, the median household income here in 2020 was about $123,000. So this is kind of growing. It's a little bit higher than some of the other areas before this. Now, West Hillhurst, it actually is considered one of the more safer neighborhoods out of the inner city areas. When you start diving into places like Reddit and other places, a lot of people say that that is how they feel when they're living in this community. So West Hillhurst is really known for its friendly vibe, very family-friendly focused area is really what I would consider this, because there's a lot of great school options, and you're also fairly decently close to places like SAIT and other historical bigger schools that people can walk to. And truth be told, my favorite breakfast place is here. So if you don't like the West Hillhurst, then don't move here, because I'm going to be there for breakfast, which is Dairy Lane on 19th. It is fantastic. But if you want to know what it costs to get in here, what you're going to get between that 500 to $1 million, well, 45% of those are detached homes. They're going to be smaller houses. 44% are semi-detached, and only 11% are townhomes in that price range. Now, between that 500 to $1 million, the median square foot that you can get is about 1,643 square feet for about $833,000. The biggest place was 2,600 square feet, and the smallest was 665 square feet that sold for just over $500,000.
If you're interested in space and luxury in your next home purchase, and you have a healthy shopping budget of over $1 million, you need to check out Altador. So the population here in Altador is around 7,200 people, with the average age only 37. The average household income sits around $153,000, so it gives you a good idea of what you can expect in this area. So why live here? Well, there's a few reasons. First off, it's super close and convenient to downtown. It takes you only 5 to 15 minutes to commute, depending on where you're headed. The second reason, there are tons of parks and pathways and playgrounds here, perfectly set up for those who like to be outdoors. The third reason is this is a family-oriented community. There's tons of families here. So if you're looking to start a family or you already have one, this is a great location to be in. And finally, one of the best reasons to be in Altador is you're super close to the shopping district of Marda Loop, which has tons of amenities and restaurants for you to check out. For those of you with a budget between $1 and $1.5 million, you're looking at a selection of about 77% being detached homes and 23% being semi-detached homes. So your median square footage for a home here in Altador sits around 2,200 square feet, and your median sale price sits around $1.4 million.
So if true luxury is what you are looking for in Calgary, then these two communities are what you need to be focusing on. Now, this is all about properties that are over $1.5 million and up. And let me tell you, these two neighborhoods are stunning, architecturally beautiful. So the first one we have here is Upper Mount Royal. And in Upper Mount Royal, you have about 2,700 residents that are a part of this neighborhood. The median age is 40, so it's a little bit higher than all the other neighborhoods on our list. and 80% of the couples here are married. And so you have about 49% of the homes actually have kids living in them. So a lot of families, older families, and probably a lot of people that are working downtown, because up here in Upper Mount Royal, you can literally walk to downtown if you wanted to. Now, it's all downhill, but that's fine. 2020 median household income in Upper Mount Royal is $196,000. But let me tell you, this is probably one of the wealthiest, most exclusive inner city neighborhoods, and dare I say, neighborhoods in Calgary. So it is a fantastic, wonderful place if spending over $1.5 million is what you are looking for. So the neighborhood is conveniently located really close to 17th Ave. So anything that's along 17th Ave downtown, you have a lot of shops, you have a lot of restaurants, and really the Red Mile if the Flames ever pull it together. But what can you buy for over $1.5 million here? 100% all detached homes. That's what you buy in Upper Mount Royal. And those detached homes, on average, are a roughly 3,100 square feet with an average sale price of $2.4 million. So the second neighborhood on this list is right down the hill from Upper Mount Royal, and that is Elbow Park. Now, let me tell you, Elbow Park is a stunning community. It was established in 1910. I don't know if you knew that, but now you do. And a beautiful, beautiful area with a lot of different homes. I mean, right here you have an old home, brick, but then you have a newer home over, like it's just stunning. Everywhere you look is just architecturally beautiful. Now, there's approximately 3,290 residents that live here in Elbow Park. Median age is 42, so it's probably the oldest on all of our lists that we have today. 87% are married couples and 58% have kids at home. So a lot of families. There's a great school right in Elbow Park here as well that you can go to. So the 2020 median household income here is the top of our list at $288,000. So what are you going to get if you live in Elbow Park? Over $1.5 million. The average square footage is 2,750 square feet, and the average price is $2.3 million. And these are all detached properties. However, if you are looking for something a little bit different, inner city's not your vibe, and you're looking for townhomes, head up to this video and we'll see you there.